Welcome guys to my channel. This is Perp2K and sounds a little goofy, but this is my first uncut raw video that I want to upload on this channel. So I currently live in Florida, and I started my content creation on Instagram Reels, and I decided to create motivational content, and that's kind of my personal brand I wanted to begin on Instagram. So far I've been doing it for 2 months and I've gotten around 47 followers, and I've gotten multiple comments that they see what I post and they see that I'm consistent because I have over 40 videos, and they told me that I'm changing their lives. I'm motivating them to do something new. And I've had a lot of people to reach out to me personally on DMs or comments that that they see me posting and they're motivated by it, because I personally created that channel. I took the motivational aspect for myself because I am a very anxious person. I was always scared to talk in class. I was always scared to be like, go out there in front of a crowd, present a project in front of a crowd, public speaking in college as well. Was one of the classes that I hated, but I took it as my first ever class in college. So, and I'm glad I did, because I got, that was like the first hardest thing I've ever had, was just speaking in front of the people, and that went away real quick. And almost a year later, I decided to start posting content, which I have been doing in the past, like little gaming videos, but that doesn't really, to me, it's not what I want. It's not what I really want. And I decided to start posting motivational content as to get out of my comfort zone, which this video is another step towards getting out of my comfort zone and pushing my short-term content that I have been doing on Instagram to long-term. And today I want to talk about what you need to change in life to become a successful person. And I touch in so many of my Instagram videos the different things we need to do as people to change ourselves. And I'm gonna be touching on different points throughout this video, because I'm currently reading a bunch of books on psychology. Like this recently, I read Atomic Habits, and that book was mind-blowing. That one was mind-blowing. So I'm going to be including that book today in the video. But I really want to talk about a goal. We always set a goal. We want to achieve something in life. We either want a career, we want to get that job, we want to get a skill. But we have all these distractions, especially in our world. We have all of these distractions around us. Money, being fit in, lust, and all of these distractions hurt us. Laziness. So I'm gonna use my example as becoming a content creator. When I first started a video, I've gotten little to no likes, little to no followers. I was scared to post because I thought, oh, what are my friends gonna think on my main page? What are they gonna think about me? What is my mom gonna think about me? What is my family gonna think? I'm a post. I'm scared. I don't want to go out there. They're gonna see them. They're gonna make fun of me. That's the first thing I encountered before even posting a video. Fear. And a lot of people encounter that threat, being judged or being feared of judged by other people, their friends, not even strangers, just friends in general, which is what keeps them in the bubble and keeps them in that mindset of, I'm not gonna do it because somebody's gonna think about me or something. They're gonna think bad about me. That's the first thing that keeps a lot of us stuck and not take any action. After I posted my video, I decided to beat the fear of posting, and I posted another video. I got to start some likes. I had some friends DMing me, telling me, cringe, what are you doing? Stop posting these videos. What are you doing You're not a content creator. This is not for you. And that, instead of taking that as you could kind of say a bad opinion, bad habit, instead of taking it as a bad habit and giving up and telling me, oh, my friend doesn't like it and he's calling me cringe and I feel bad about myself, I'm just gonna stop. No, this is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take that as a compliment. Actually, they're telling you it's cringe. That means somebody's hating on you for doing something they don't want to do. That's how you're supposed to look at it. You're not supposed to look at it as a bad thing. You're supposed to look at it as a good thing. Somebody is pushing you, trying to stop you from doing something. That's amazing, because they don't want to do something and they see you doing something. They feel bad about themselves, so they hate on you to make you feel bad, so you can get on the same level as them and not make any changes in your life. If you ever encounter negative comments or somebody is judging you, one of your close friends, not even a stranger, just ignore it and push forward. Take that as a motivation. That's what I implemented in my content creation career, as all of the negative comments as a motivation, as something, as another milestone. You know, somebody's telling me a bad opinion about me, calling me names. I take that as a milestone, you know? Another hater, another milestone. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's like the first things I've encountered with my content creation. I'm going like different tracks. But what I really want to say is we have to change our outlook on life, our environment. So you could say that you, after graduating high school, you get a job and then you just start working the job and you get money. Then you want to buy a new car, you buy the car. But what are you really striving for? Moving out of your parents' house? And then what? What are you going to do after that? You know, we want to do all these things without actually setting a goal and without pursuing something. It's just a waste of time. We have to first create actual goals that matter. You know, I want to help my family out. You know, we also have to be a little bit realistic. You know, how are you going to help your family out? You know, you work a job. I want to work hard and save money for my family so we can buy something new for the family, or we could travel with my family. You know, you have to think it like that. You don't have to think about yourself in the bubble. And what I mean by changing our environment is, a lot of people, when they start doing something and they're in an environment where a lot of people are negative about what they do, are pushing them down, including your family. You want to help your family? That's the goal. But when they're pushing you down, telling you it's cringe, stop doing it, you're not going anywhere, just keep doing what you're doing, you kind of like start downgrading yourself. You start thinking like, man, maybe they're right. And then the goals that you have set are fading away because of somebody else's opinion. And that's what you're not supposed to do. Stop letting people control you. Stop letting people judge you. Stop letting their thoughts into your head. You are your own person. Make decisions on your own. Stop relying on other people's opinions. Just do it. Ignore everybody and just do it. You know, set your goals. Set your priorities straight. Try to create the environment around you for yourself, not what the environment has created for you. Go around the environment. You know, you have people who are drug addicts in your family, or you have friends who always smoke and go out party. Remove those people. Leave. Tell them no. Start saying no. Stop saying yes. Stop being comfortable in a bad environment. You have to leave the environment to become a successful person. You have to change. An example in Atomic Habits that I've read is, you go to a job and you take one alley that you never took before, and then you see that there's a donut shop. You walk past the donut shop and you smell the donut, and what's your response? Oh, that smells so good, you know, and I haven't ate all day. Maybe I should get a donut. Once you get that donut, that's a big mistake you just made, because once you start going back to that alley, you're always gonna think about it. There's a donut shop there, you know. Since I'm going there, why not get a donut, you know? Now you're always gonna associate that alley with the donut shop and the donut. And that's why the environment matters. If you took a different alley, maybe a little bit longer to go to your job, or you're going from your job to your car, or maybe you go from your job to a parking lot that's like five blocks away, maybe 2 blocks away. I don't know, I'm just making this stuff up. But and you take a different route that doesn't have a donut shop, that maybe has a gym on a different route, and then you walk past the gym and you're like, man, I need to get my workout in today. I haven't worked out all week. And I see all these people working out, they look good. Man, that gives me motivation to work out. So that's what I mean by changing your environment. You have to change your environment. You have to create the environment for yourself to change your life, to become successful. And this is with my content creation journey. When I started making my videos, and I still make my videos, I make my videos here in the apartment where I currently live with my other family members. But when I try to edit my videos, when I start editing them at home, on my couch in the living room, I get distracted by the TV, by the outside, by the phone, even by the phone. Like, I have my phone in my hand, I'm editing the video, but then I have all these notifications, and then I have my laptop in front of me, and I'm just distracted by all of these noises, and people in this place as well. They always distract me from doing my work. You know, there's a kitchen right there. I can see the kitchen. I'm like, man, I want to get a drink. I'm thirsty. I want to get a snack, you know? And I'm always getting distracted. But once I leave the environment to go on a walk, to go in the office area, we have an office area, or just go simply for a walk outside, I listen to my music and I edit the video, because I see people outside as well on their phones. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something, or somebody's calling on a conference while exercising outside. That's what I see outside in Miami, Florida, where I'm currently at. This city, I mean, there's a lot of fake people in the city, but you see a lot of stuff outside that makes you want to do more, which I'm really glad. I don't really talk about where I live or what they do, but it's just a little mention. But yeah, when I walk outside, I go for a run, I go for a walk, I go for exercise, I see people always on their phones, either talking on their phone about some business. I hear a lot of people talking about conferences, or they have meetings set up, or people just working on their phone. You know, or they're probably scrolling through social media, but I don't really know. But it makes me want to work on my video. It makes me feel like working. It makes me feel I want to work, you know? Instead of just sitting here, I'm getting distracted. I have a bed right here. I want to go sleep. No. I have to go outside the environment to work on my content, you know? That's like one of the biggest changes you have to make in your life, as well as other habits and other changes, such as like diet. You know, you have to be disciplined in whatever you do, including content creation for me, and consistent follows discipline. If you're not disciplined to do something, such as brush your teeth, go to the gym, or eat good food, and that's only like one aspect of your life, such a little aspect, if you're not comfortable with repeatedly doing something over and over again, such as a need, like brushing your teeth every morning, brushing your teeth before you go to bed. Some of y'all don't brush teeth at all. Y'all nasty. But if you do those habits every single day, you're building discipline. That discipline from those little habits, the little things you do in life, can transfer over to your business, to your work ethic, and other aspects of your life. You know, you got to do your homework on time, you know, but you're already disciplined in brushing your teeth, so you know it's got to be done. It's a need. You know, I'm gonna do my homework on time. You know, I'm not gonna wait till the due date at 11:59 and do it at 11 p.m. on a time clock, because I was too lazy to do it the other entire week. I had a whole week to do it and I didn't do it. You know, you're not supposed to do it like that. You have to have discipline. Same thing with content creation. I get discouraged every day. I'm being so realistic. I get discouraged every day because I don't see enough likes. I don't see following. My views are stuck at 300. Sometimes, like, a lot of the videos are stuck at 300, 200 views range, and that always makes me feel like, what am I doing wrong? But I have the discipline to keep posting daily, or at least daily. I try to post 2 videos every other day if I can't make it consistent, but I try to post every week because I have the discipline to keep going. You know, if it's not working out and I see other people on social media making money, telling me start posting content because we're making $100,000 in 2 months, you know, that makes me motivated. You know, I'm not jealous because they're making money. I haven't seen their number day ones. That's their day 1,000, like a lot of people say. You know, you see a successful person online, that's their 100th day of working, while you're just starting. So you can't compare yourself to another person's 100th day when it's your first day, you know? And instead of hating, instead of being jealous, you have to implement that into your work. And you're like, okay, man, let me be curious and let me see where they were at day 1. They were nowhere. They were just like you. And look where they're at now. 100 days in, and they're doing so good because they didn't give up despite many obstacles. And that's how I think. I post every day because all these videos accumulate like atomic habits. All the habits accumulate until one big habit, one big event will change the entire course of your life. One video can blow up your entire channel. For all the other videos you posted all those videos, and then you just get one simple video that you didn't even think was gonna blow up, and it blows up your entire channel. And then you're like, wow, you look at the past and you're like, wow, I'm glad I stayed consistent. I'm glad I kept posting. I'm glad I kept doing all these videos. I'm glad I kept telling myself not to give up. Always post. Always work. You know? It's already 18 minutes in. That's crazy. I be talking to myself. Yo, I feel like I went like different direction in this video, so I have to probably look back to tweak some parts for future videos. But this was my sort of like introduction to the channel. I really want to make this channel long-term content of motivation. Then eventually start posting. Like I'm telling like a manifestation to myself. Like I want to, aside from motivational content, I want to build a community where I can bring a lot of value. You know, not sell a stupid course that a lot of people do, but I want to create a community where I bring value to the people. Not just motivational value, but just like work ethic value, like something that they can't get anywhere else but in this community. You know, that's where I want to hopefully go on from here. But this is my first video. I can't see, I'm so blind. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just the introduction, you know. I'm gonna just leave it like that. It was just all over the place, but I've kind of like combined all the videos from my Instagram reels into this one video, and as well as an introduction. But I'm glad you guys are watching this video, and if you're still at this minute, comment. Let's see, what can you guys comment? Comment I believe in myself. If you reach this point in the video, comment I believe in myself, and I'll like every single comment that does that. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at purpywrld. It's gonna be in the link down below. Make sure to like the video, guys, and subscribe for more motivational content. I'm gonna try to make long-term content such as YouTube more and more consistent, as well as Instagram, because Instagram is so easy to make. All you gotta do is like a minute video, and then you just gotta edit it really quick, and boom, you got a video. But on YouTube, you have to, you know, it takes some time to do that. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll see you guys very, very soon. It's been Perp 2K with you guys. 2025 is your year. Lock in.